I would like to officially introduce the world, the entire world, to the saddest Let's Ride.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Broncos country. Let's ride. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Broncos country. Let's ride.
Why are you saying that after that game?
Oh, baby. We here.
We are steering off a cliff.
You in the right direction, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very special Friday edition of the Grossi Perna Show. Tom Grossi, Brandon Perna, and this is G. That game smelled like pee. S.
Speaking of pee in the game, boy, the lines at that game were stupid. I had to hold my pee several times, way too long, because
didn't want to miss a moment of that action.
Bathroom line was. I missed the first Caden Stearns interception because I was peeing. I was at the football game last night, guys. The Thursday night greatest show on turf.
We have proof too.
Yep, I took pictures.
Yep, we have proof, folks. If you decided to not subject yourself to last night's game, you may not know the extent of what this game truly was. We all knew it wasn't going to be good, right? Javonte Williams out, Jonathan Taylor out. Both offenses have been struggling. Both defenses have looked good at times, especially the Broncos. They've looked really good. And for some godforsaken reason, they decided to put the Broncos in primetime multiple times this year. And heading into this game, we're like, it's not going to be good. And it wasn't. But at some point, it went from a bad game to hilariously bad to timeout San Diego being said by the refs.
Yeah.
That
was the best part.
Timeout
San Diego. And the crowd just immediately starts booing. It was so funny. What'd you say? You called the wrong. You're not even paying attention to this game.
There isn't even a San Diego team anymore.
No,
there's not.
It's double bad. Double wrong.
So there was that. To every single time there was a degree of offense, something bad. A sack happened, a fumble happened, an interception happened, a blocked field goal happened, and it went into total insanity to the point where not a single touchdown was scored.
Yeah.
And the chat, over 9,000 people were praying for overtime because you're like, you know what? At this point, we've already sunk over 3 hours of our lives into watching this complete hellhole that it became hysterical. And I mean that truly, and also in the insanity sense. And so the game ends, and the chat was filled with call Perna. And so I was like, I don't want to bother him because listen, Brandon Perna knows this better than anybody, right? Yeah. It's very difficult to get out during the football season.
Oh, yeah. For Tom and I, other people, they can live their normal lives.
They go and live normal lives. But for people that do this job and live it and breathe it and spend every waking moment doing it.
Suckle the milk of the teat that is the NFL content machine.
Accurate. Yes. But Perna, you want to set it up, Perna? So you didn't have to pay for the tickets, thankfully.
No, my friend Drew Lynch, world famous comedian Drew Lynch, decided to take me to the game as an early birthday present. Because they have him and his wife Mel have a goal to go visit all the stadiums.
That's a nice goal.
Yeah, he's a Colts fan, big Colts fan, so wanted to come out to the Colts Broncos game. Made this arrangement months ago. I was like, yes, I will go to this one game. Third row up, amazing seats. Best seats I've ever had at a football game. 30-yard line, third row up. I got to see the double catch so close. It was right in my face. And that was actually a really cool play. Shout out to the refs for playing defense for us, or for them, for whoever. So yeah, we go there. I tailgate with the DNVR crew at the DNVR tailgate.
Saw that.
Had a truly disgusting pickle shot. Just
pickle shots are delicious.
No, not this one. It came out of a box. It was like box wine, but for pickle vodka shots, it was just.
Oh, I thought you do like whiskey and then like a chaser. Like
no,
with, like,
this
pickle.
was like
No,
a weird thing.
Okay,
like
no,
that was actually worse than the game. If I'm going to be 100% honest. Get a little whiskey. You had a whiskey. And then I go into the game feeling pretty good, knowing it might be a little weird, a little crazy, a little bad. And then we just watched two teams refuse to score touchdowns.
Yeah.
Dropped passes.
Yeah.
Penalties once you get to the red zone. Interceptions. Sacks. And then the Broncos see Russell Wilson throw an interception with 2 minutes left in the game when a field goal there.
Field goal.
You know, they would have been fine with a field goal. It gives the Colts, as soon as they threw that pick, I was like, this game's going to overtime because there's just no way. Like, the Broncos defense was gassed. Like, they were so tired. They were just out of energy. And sometimes, you know, you can see that on TV, but when you're there at the game and you like can just see how tired the dudes are, I'm like, this is just like, they've been great, but now they're tired. And then Drew and I were like, we have to go to overtime. We agreed with everyone. It's like, there's no other way for this game to
it has
end. We have to extend.
I legit thought it was going to end in a tie because that was the only way that this game would end with a satisfying conclusion.
I was hoping it would end in a tie because at least that would be funny. The Colts would have 2 ties on the season. Just a great stat line.
But great. Yep.
Yeah. And then, of course, 4th and 1. The Broncos are finally running the ball late in this game. So all game, a big reason the Broncos offense is not working is because teams don't have to worry about the run. It's not effective. It's not good. But the last drive, they're running. Then they throw the pick. Overtime, they're running. And then they get in 4th and 1. They decide to go for it. Okay. Again, I want the tie, but I respect the coach for going for it there. But they don't run the ball. They don't run the ball there. They try to throw it into the end zone. They don't even throw a quick swing pass, which the swing passes, the only thing those are good for this team are picking up 1 yard. Those get 1 yard every time. No. They try to score the touchdown and win there. And instead, pass defended by some Colt defender. Don't even know who did it because I was already putting my head down into my lap to not let anybody see my tears. And game over. Broncos lose. And here's the best part, Tom. Colts fans were like, we won the game, but everybody lost tonight.
Everybody lost.
I literally heard Colts fans say that. Like, I have never seen teams fans who just got the win so unenthusiastic about the win.
Yeah.
Nobody was fighting after the game. Everybody was just like, what did we just see? And Colts fans were like, yeah, we won. But did we? Did we actually win anything tonight? Because as bad as the Broncos looked and the Colts were just as bad, the criticism's all on Russell Wilson and the Broncos right now. Like, the Colts are getting a nice pass today. Probably, outside of Indianapolis, I'm sure, the writers there,
they're getting crapped on probably,
National media, not talking about the Colts being awful. It is Russell Wilson is a pile of pretender garbage. This team is horrible. F this team. And the reason that's happening, Tom, is because people had high expectations for him. That's the only difference.
Correct.
Matt Ryan going to Indy, you're like, maybe he'll be good.
He'll probably win the division because it's a bad division,
But their line's injured and really bad. And now the Broncos line is injured and it was already bad. So game ends. It's just a deflated whole group of people. And I get a call from one Tom Grossi. As I was literally trying to tweet while you called. And I think I fired off the tweet before I answered your phone. I
You did, because it came out, and then we got this magic. Call Perna. I don't know if he's gonna pick up. I don't know. We're trying. I'm trying. He's at the game. Probably, I wouldn't say enjoying himself.
Why the fuck are you calling me right now?
Because the chat's telling me to call you. It's literally filled with call Perna.
Why are you calling me right now of all time?
Buddy, I had to stream this game, okay? I had to
Yeah, well, I lived it.
Did you pay for the tickets?
No, my kind friend Drew Lynch got him for me.
Okay, all right.
He flew in from out of state to come to the game.
Oh,
Luckily,
no.
They're Colts fans.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Now we're sitting at field level, and I'm watching just a lot of disappointed people leave this stadium.
buddy, they were leaving before overtime.
Not the real fans.
No, dude, they were showing them in droves on the stream. They were showing people in droves leaving the stadium.
Well, it didn't feel like that down here when you're in the thick of it, man.
When you were just in the bush.
This was the dumbest game
Dude,
I've ever seen.
this game was the drunkest, most high game I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I have no words, and I'm honestly afraid that Perna's gonna I think Hackett's gonna get run out of town. I don't know.
Hey, Sean Payton.
The question that kept I don't want to keep you too long. You know, you're with your friends, you're having a night out. I want you to enjoy. But my question for you: do you want Pat Shurmur back?
No, fuck that guy.
Okay, all right, good. He should be in prison. I agree. All right, buddy. I just wanted to call and check on you. I love you. I hope you have a great night.
Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you in the morning.
I'll take you tomorrow.
And here we are. It's the morning.
And it's a perfect transition. Perfect. Shout out to Johnny Barks editing that beautiful.
Yeah, Johnny. Great edit. Here's what I'm gonna say about the fans leaving. Okay, I was there. All right. A lot of those people were going to the bathroom, and now I know they showed some people leaving the stadium.
Yeah.
But if I could be a little bit of a fake news guy, I would say the majority of people stayed for halftime. It's one of those things where they showed a bunch of people going up. I swear to God, a lot of those people were going to the bathroom because the stadium was still very full while overtime was happening. And the overtime went almost the full 10 minutes. Yeah. And then I saw the shot of people leaving. And if you look proportionately, the people trickling out, it was a lot less. It's just kind of it's a little bit manipulated. That's all I'm saying. And people are running with it. Everybody was trying to get out of the stadium. No, most people were there because after the game, it was a nightmare to leave. You know what I mean?
Because I watched the game obviously on mute because, as you know, copyright and all that stuff. I heard the boos were pretty significant throughout the evening.
Again, there was some boos, but during the game, I had the thought of people aren't booing nearly as hard as I thought they might be. And a lot of I think the hardest boos were just for timeout San Diego.
They show people playing cards.
Yeah. I think Broncos fans are a little dejected, a little apathetic. The boos are just boo. We kind of expect it at this point.
Yeah. So, all right. Now that we've kind of set up this entire context, now we are left with the aftermath, and it's going to be a long couple days until Sunday, until this kind of, gets picked up. Another narrative gets picked up, and we pick on another team here. We talked about this on Monday, and talking about if it's panic time after losing to the Raiders. And now this happens. And there seems to be a lot of, because listen, they're not good, right?
Broncos country, let's panic.
They're not good. Let's just get that right out of the way.
No,
they're not a good
their
team.
offense is not good.
Defense is good.
Their offense is so bad that they're wasting a very good defense right now, which I think might even be worse.
It might be worse. It might be.
It might be. I don't know.
And so not only do you have all these injuries that occur, because there's a lot of injuries last night.
Last night was bad.
Yeah, that was really bad. So you have your left tackle goes out, right? So he's carted off. Hines was out in the beginning. He had a concussion.
Broke his leg, so he's going to miss time.
Yeah, that he might miss a couple of days. That's significant. So now you're kind of sitting here and you go, all right, well, who's to blame? Because there's a lot of finger pointing that's going on. There is at Nathaniel Hackett's like, why aren't you running the ball? It is Russell Wilson. Why are you looking at the end zone? Not KJ Hamler, who's wide open. Or like, again, deciding to scramble with it. Or like, why are you throwing into tight coverage and being like, I hope so on 4th and 1? Russell Wilson did not play well last night. There was a couple like good throws, but then there were some that were also, and that's what we're talking about, Corinne. Like, who is this more on? Is it on both of them shared collectively? And this is just like a perfect storm of terribleness?
It is all of the above, Tom. It's definitely Russell Wilson. I would put it on Russ more than Hackett at this point. I'm going to put it on the Broncos receivers outside of Cortland Sutton not being good. The ball catchers are not dynamic. We thought Jerry Jeudy would be a threat with Russell Wilson. He can't catch a fucking ball to save his life. Like, I am just, it's really annoying because I've spent a couple years defending Melvin Gordon. I've spent a couple years defending Jerry Jeudy. Even with the drops, it's like Jerry Jeudy, he had one really bad game with drops, and then they kind of was like a sprinkled of problems. Is more like, we don't have a quarterback that's getting to a wide open Jerry Jeudy. Well, now we have a quarterback who's not getting open to a wide open KJ Hamler. And right now the difference between KJ Hamler and Jerry Jeudy is KJ Hamler catches the ball. So it's like, yes, Russ needs to get the ball to KJ. Switch KJ and Judy's role. I don't care anymore. Like, you can't count on him. The touchdown pass, the first drive, the Broncos drive down, they got tempo.
Yeah.
They're doing they're moving. They're going no huddle. Yeah. They need to do that shit more during the game because I feel like it's the only way they have success. Russ drops a dime to Jeudy in the back of the end zone. Coverage is good. It looked like Judy's arm got held a little bit.
It did. It looked like he almost brought it in with one hand. Yeah, it looked like it was getting hooked a little
bit. Almost, but didn't. You know who makes those catches? Good receivers. Good receivers make those catches.
It was a good throw by Wilson, too. Yes. We were talking about that. I was like, that's actually a really nice throw.
Yeah. And so, like, that one you can nitpick, right? I could see people, like, not putting it on Jeudy. At this point, I'm like, he's got to make some catches that are hard to make. He's not doing any of those. Then, I believe it was Eric Saubert open in the end zone. Russ hits him.
Last night.
He, like, dives and his knee hits the ball out of his hands, and it, like, shoots through the back of the end zone. Yep. Those are 2 touchdowns gone. And just like week 1 when we lose to Seattle, how did we negate 2 touchdowns? We fumbled on the goal line. So, yes, it's a lack of execution, not just by Russell Wilson, but by everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody, even Cortland Sutton's had some drops, but he's your most reliable guy. He's going to have maybe more drops because the ball's coming his way. And we can't run the ball effectively. So defenses know, just tee off, go against their bad, bad side of the line. Now the whole line's going to be bad because Garrett Bowles is going to miss a lot of time. So they can't, their offensive line is bad. Their skill players aren't doing much. They finally ran some screen passes successfully. Mike Boone. And
Boone was running pretty well last night. Yep.
You know?
By the way, folks, just real quick, sorry to interrupt. Just want to thank you all. We have 5,000 people in here on a Friday fracking morning. I appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in to GPS.
Let me vent so I can go on and not let the stress I feel in my life.
Get it all out, buddy. Get it all out.
Horrible disease. This is me being healthy. So, but a lot of that starts with your quarterback, right? When things aren't going well, really good quarterbacks find ways to, I don't know, shift the momentum, do something, take over the game. I just don't think Russ is the kind of quarterback who's going to go in there and just start calling his shots. Like, if Aaron Rodgers was in a game and he was like, look, I don't think LaFleur's given me the right plays to succeed. Some guy, like, he's just going to start doing his own thing, right?
He did it against McCarthy. Yeah.
He's just going
to pretended his headset didn't work.
And that's like my biggest takeaway about Russell Wilson is he's been in the league long enough where he should be that guy, and he's just not. Also, the defense is dude. Baron Browning comes in place of Randy Gregory, who was injured, and Baron Browning was having a game. He was a game record, tons of sacks, like 4 or 5 sacks on Matt Ryan last night. And as good as this defense is, they have bad luck with fumbles. Every fumble this season,
Bounce
I
right
feel like
back to
go
him.
right back to the other team. Pat Surtain comes in. He makes an incredible play, knocks the ball out of Paris Campbell's hands, I think, and it bounces right. No, it was Pierce. Bounces right to Campbell. Like Matt Ryan, they strip sack him. It bounces right back to Matt Ryan, although I don't think he possessed the ball. I think that should have gotten a second look. So, and Damari Mathis should have had a pick late in the game that would have ended it. Somehow, Alex Pierce comes down with the ball there. So it's like great defense, but even the defense has bad luck. Even the defense can't ride right now. So it is everything.
Well,
Literally
because
everything
in the NFL, like there is a degree of luck that's there, right? It's balls bouncing the right way, so you can have a very good defense. And it's funny because one of your fans actually came in too. Like it was like, I'm on like the Perna Patreon tier, like the whole 9 yards. Like, and this was like early on in the game. They're like, Tom, I feel like you're just not appreciating good defensive football. I was like, buddy, I want to be very clear. This is not good defensive football. The Broncos are playing pretty good defense, but these are two really bad offenses. Like, I want to make that very, very clear. This is not like, wow, this isn't like a Ravens-Steelers game where it's like gritty. It's a 6-3 game because they're just killing them. No. These are two offenses that could not move the ball all night, except overtime. They were able to move the ball. But even again,
the defenses were finally tired.
Every single time they moved the football, something stupid happened. And I think the amount of mistakes is like you could have a really good defense, but if you don't have the luck on your side for those like, those bouncing, fumbles not going your way. And on top of that, your offense is making and shooting themselves in the foot constantly throughout just one game.
Yeah.
It's going to be really difficult to win football games. Like, and even like the big plays, some of them, because I know like the ball to Judy was like, it was a badly thrown ball by Wilson, but he was able to take off and like run for a bit. It just, on a team where you think you have a ton of playmakers, nobody's making a play. Or if it happens, it's very, very seldom. And then that's when you look at coaching too and go, well, it's 4th and 1. There's like, 3 minutes left in overtime still? Like, you don't have to rush. I thought they were trying to draw them off sides and they were just going to kick the field goal and say, like, listen, our defense has been playing pretty well. Like, let's just send them out there and see what happens.
Yeah, what's crazy about that situation was there was 2 timeouts called there. The Colts call a timeout, and then the Broncos call a timeout. So they had plenty of time to think about what they want to do.
And he throws it in the end zone. Out of all the things you could do. He didn't even look KJ Hamler's way, though. Like, he literally was just like, we're locked on. He
locked on to Sutton. Now, like, see, that's an execution thing because, sure, they didn't run it and they probably should have, but they schemed open KJ Hamler, right? So the play design was fine, but your quarterback has to see that guy. And that's a situation where it's like Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, all of those guys are going to see KJ Hamler open there, right? Like, they just are. Like, it. Yeah. And I thought, coming into the season, Russ still a top 10 quarterback, but if you can't make plays like that, you're not. You're not a top 10. You're like hanging around 20. You know what I mean? And they got KJ open. Now, a reason Russ might be keying on a guy like Cortland Sutton is because protection's bad, right? Like, you're trying to figure out where you're going to go with the ball because you don't have a lot of time to throw it.
Sure.
So that's another issue. So again, it's just like everything on offense. I mean, everything on offense is going wrong because if it was one thing, you'd be like, oh, if they just change this, things might be better. And that's what I was trying to tell myself the first 4 games. Now I'm like, it's all burning. And I have like a little squirt gun trying to put out this fire. And the squirt gun might actually have more gasoline in it.
So you're just like, it's getting bigger.
Because every time I try to figure it out, I just see more problems, Tom.
Well, I mean, because you look at the next few games, first of all, in prime time again, their next game, it's Monday night against the Chargers.
Oh, that's going to be good.
That's going to be a time. There's that. But then you have the Jets, the Jaguars, the Titans, the Raiders, and the Panthers.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I mean, the Jaguars might give you a tough time. Those are like winnable games, all of them. But if you're like we're talking about, if you're not able to put it all together, they're not playing like a team right now. They're playing like a good defense. And that's it. Like, that's the only one that's showing up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy that you can see, and maybe it was an extra week of getting that get game planning for Jimmy Garoppolo. But the 49ers offense, which didn't look amazing against the Rams, it looked a million times better than the Broncos did. And the common denominator from that terrible game is the Broncos right now. Their defense is being very stingy. They're playing well. But both Matt Ryan and Russell Wilson, even when they had time, I was like, oh, okay. They still did not make good throws.
Yeah.
So
Batman?
It's rough.
My least favorite thing I heard all offseason was, congrats, Broncos fans. You now have the third best quarterback in the AFC West. Wrong, idiots. We have the fourth best QB in the AFC West. You friggin' trolls just got out-trolled by Russ Wilson himself. Ooh, we almost got 6,000 people in here, Tom, for a Friday show. That's pretty good.
That's pretty freaking fracking good. I have to ask you,
don't.
Going forward,
yes,
right? Is
Go
it like
Buffalo?
I mean, that's the thing. We just passed week 5.
At least I can expect pain if I go with the Lions. This is a way of life for Lions fans.
Because someone was asking about this and saying like, wow, this looks like the Broncos team of last year. Why are they booing? And I'm like, that's the difference. The difference is this should not look like the offense from last year because doing so many shows with you, watching Broncos games, it was like, okay, well, Drew Lock, Teddy Bridgewater, like they can't get the ball to these dynamic playmakers. There's injuries, but Javonte Williams looks really good. But now you have Russell Wilson back there. You have a better offensive coordinator. You have a better coach. What's the excuse now? And we're talking about growing pain. God. I don't know if it's God. We have 6,000 people in here. Appreciate you, folks.
Yes.
Thank you. Like, that's a problem. When you go and you make a blockbuster trade to bring in Russell Wilson to solve your QB woes, and then you give him a major contract, you go and bring in, because I do notice, and I don't like this, people can crap on Nathaniel Hackett now. That's totally fine. But people are like, why didn't they get Brian Flores instead of Nathaniel Hackett? Why didn't they go for this coach? I was like, Nathaniel Hackett was the top coaching prospect last offseason. He was the top guy.
It's like him and Dan Quinn, and then Dan Quinn, like they should have went with Dan Quinn at this point if you're looking for like a head coach and found like a good offensive coordinator. But again, like I don't know how much of it is Hackett when it feels like none of the guys are executing or making plays on offense. And it's like every time a good play does happen, it's followed by a bad play. It's followed by a negative play. There were so many 3rd and longs, and this was true for the Colts too. It's just like every series, it's 3rd and like 12, 3rd and 13, and your quarterback is gonna just have to throw the ball away because if they don't, they're gonna get murdered by the pass rushers. So yeah, it's bad. It's like what we should be complaining about right now as Broncos fans is that we have a winning record, but our offense just kind of looks average. You know what I mean? Like this game was winnable. The Colts handed this game to us and we couldn't do it. Like we should be going, hey, the offense doesn't look quite right yet. I'm not super confident this is going to be a really good team unless the offense gets better. But instead we're like, this might be the worst offense we have ever seen. And that includes Paxton Lynch at quarterback. Yeah. Like this offense is less effective than when we had Paxton Lynch and Trevor Siemian. Trevor Siemian, shout out. He was actually pretty good. But like it is I could live with it being mediocre and be like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. It's way below that. I'm going to take mediocre because with the mediocre offense and the defense playing as good as it has been, you can win football games. You can't win football games if you literally cannot score touchdowns. Yeah, I saw some dumb stat like this is the first game since 2003 where 4 interceptions happened in the game and neither team scored touchdowns. Yep. Like you're giving your offense opportunities and they just go nothing.
Well, because people were comparing it to like Peyton Manning, like the year that you won the Super Bowl, right? Like dragging Peyton Manning to the Super Bowl. But the defense was like, it was elite. Like that was a totally different level. And at least the offense there could function. Yeah. Like they weren't as bad as what I've been seeing these past 2 weeks.
No, this is the worst offense I've ever watched.
Like it's really, and I wonder again, Is it just the dysfunction? Is it the combination of having a coach that's like attempting to like make it work with a QB who, I mean, from what I've seen, I'm trying not to be like, oh man, but like looks bad. Like Wilson does not look good. Whoa.
No, he looked
Appreciate
bad.
you, Lord Taco. And you know what? I know exactly what I'm going to give Lord Taco just for that. Because timeout San Diego.
Go Chargers, go.
Yeah, I just tried to find it on the clip for it, but like Al Michaels and Herb Street. Is Herb Street doing Thursday night?
I got to be honest, I have no idea.
I think it's Herb Street. Like they're talking over it, so you can't really hear the ref say timeout San Diego.
Oh, Perna's getting a 50. There you go.
Oh, Amon. We somebody remixed it again. Sent me a message on Twitter. Hopefully I'll get that file for the next episode.
All right. Do it. We'll do it.
50. So today there's only one clip I can play, and that is the saddest.
Thank you guys. Broncos country. That's right.
Do you think he so I saw someone on Twitter. He's like, do you think like he's paid like every single time he said that? Because like,
yes, Quinn.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. He's just a weird dude. Kyle Brandt called him a poser today on Good Morning Football. Called him a poser.
Remember chat when I...
Oh, you fat with a 3. Yes, I just said that. That is that man's name. Don't tweet at me.
That makes me feel better.
It does make you feel better. It is. I literally said last night during the game, I was like, I hope Steve Ho You Fat is doing well.
Ho You Fat.
Hope he's doing well. Yeah.
Tom.
Just then. Yes, Perna?
I tell you, today's episode is sponsored by Athletic Greens.
Did you see someone tried to transition us into the sponsorship? They were like, both teams could have used Athletic Greens last night.
They could have used Athletic Greens. They really could have, Tom. Oh, my goodness. Link in the description for... Oh, hold on. I forgot to bring in... I'm putting the ad read on pause because I got something.
Anyway, while we're waiting for that, remember chat when I asked like a couple weeks ago, might have even been this week because the football season's a blur now, how many weeks it's going to take for Perna to turn on Russell Wilson?
As long as he's my quarterback, I will defend him with a knight's sharp sword.
You might run yourself through with it, but make sure it does not touch. I mean, again, I think there's just anger. There's just
anger with... You shouldn't be angry at Athletic Greens. Here's our deal. Our link below, you're going to get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. I would love my team to take those travel packs on the road and inject some life into their offense. Because with AG1 through Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced ingredients, probiotics, and adaptogens to help start your day right. Now, my my family's been sick all week. I've been doubling down on my Athletic Greens to keep my immune system at optimum levels, and I'm here. I'm still healthy. So
better than the offense.
Good for the immune system. And I started taking Athletic Greens because I had a bunch of vitamins in my cabinet. And vitamins, if you take them on an empty stomach, they're hard on your stomach. Athletic Greens, the AG1, you put it in this little bottle, you shake it up like you want to shake your offense into scoring touchdowns, and then you drink it.
That went full tree. That one, I literally heard tree in that.
You drink it. As it mixes with the water, it absorbs into your body better. It doesn't give you a tummy ache. You save that for your football games. You get that tummy ache watching your team rip your heart out of your chest. But that heart they ripped out, healthy, because you put good nutrients in your body. Athletic Greens, AG1, link below, code GPS, free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 travel packs. All right.
You feel a little bit better?
I'm better now.
Do you feel better? Good.
You know?
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I wish oh my God, if Peyton Manning, if they were doing the Manning cast, oh my God, That would
I
have
would
been.
love Peyton Manning to take 10 minutes and just tell us everything he sees wrong with the offense, honestly.
But like that's like what I'm trying to get at. What do you fix? Because it seems like every game, it's either the same thing or there's just like another layer of crap that you're like, oh, well, that's another issue too. Like, I really want to know, 4th and 1, whose fault is that? For that whole thing, like that whole play call, is that Russell Wilson? I think it's the Wilson's decision, obviously, of not seeing receivers and not.
There's 2 timeouts there, so it's like they all talked about it. Like him and Hackett talked about it. They felt good about throwing there.
They had all the time in the world.
So yeah, they should. I would put that play on your head coach. Going, no, we're running it well. Let's just pick up the yard.
Yeah, so it's the play call, which is be Hackett, and that's the thing. Then the actual play is Wilson, because again,
it doesn't make any sense because yes, it is Hackett for not running it there, but they drew up a play that got a guy open. Like you can't ask more of your coach than giving you the play.
And that's what I'm saying. It's both. It's both are a problem.
Everything is wrong. Whatever we do, it's wrong. Oh, Tom, it's bad. It's bad, Tom. It's really bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Again, someone has to find it. I could trust this chat. We got over 6,100 people in here. You could find it. It's when Russell Wilson first got, because we had that. Remember that great day? Like Aaron Rodgers re-signed and Russell Wilson got traded to the Broncos. We did a celebratory like GPS, confetti was falling out of the sky, and I paused for a moment and said, "What if Wilson sucks?" And you said, "He won't. He won't. It's fine. It's fine."
Yeah, and last night was bad. Well, here's what was really bad last night is Russell Wilson did the thing that he wasn't doing this season. He threw 2 horrible interceptions. So like, even though there's those first 4 games, you're like, look, things don't look right, but Russ is being safe with the ball. He's not putting the team in a bad position.
Sure. Last
night, he has 2 god-awful interceptions.
Yep.
One in the end zone, and then before that, the pressure's there. Like I had a great view of him in the pocket, and I'm like, oh God, don't throw it here because there's a guy in his face. He just off his back foot.
He literally just chucked it.
I think he might have been trying to throw it away. He just couldn't get enough on it to actually throw it away, and it just goes right to Indianapolis. Like, he can't do that. Like, if everything else is not effective, but you're safe with the football as your quarterback, you're still going to have, and they still had chances because Colts offense was so bad. But like, if they were playing a good team, they would have been blown out. But the interceptions by Russ, that was different based on what was happening earlier this season. So, and that's been the story too. Sorry. That's been the story this season, where it's like every week it's something new that's really bad, in addition to the offense not working. Last week, it was all of a sudden the defense couldn't stop the run against the Raiders, right? Like, that's what killed us.
Yep.
The first week, it's the 2 fumbles. There was also the Melvin Gordon fumble last week. Here's the difference moving forward. Latavius Murray, he's going to save the Broncos season. Latavius Murray, he's going to get 6 yards on first down, 3 yards on second. Then we'll be in 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 13. What were you going to say, Tom?
What I was going to say is that in like that, especially that first drive, what I actually liked seeing was Wilson was running. And he wasn't hesitating, because you and I, when we covered the San Fran game, he was running and then would stop and hesitate for a hot second, which would let a defender get closer and they go, oh, never mind. Yeah, sure, I'll run. And he wouldn't really get much. But last night he was running. He was playing loose, like in the beginning of the game.
That first series.
And then it just like all fell apart. Like, and he just, I don't know if he's just not comfortable. Like he's just like still trying to get used to the scheme, or like Russell Wilson is just not good right now. Like, and I don't know if he's going to be good because I don't know what else you could do. That offensive line is not going to get better. Like it got worse last night.
Not this season. No. Here's the good news. We'll be able to draft off. We don't have any first or second round draft picks.
You will not, because you don't have a first round pick.
Hey, we can help the Seahawks draft more players.
That's honestly, now if you're the Seahawks, you're like, man, the Broncos pick might be lower than ours.
Yeah, didn't see that coming. Plot twist.
That's how
Russell
they get their
Wilson can still
franchise
play-
quarterback.
Yeah, Russell Wilson can still play decent football. Like, he can still throw it. That was another takeaway. I was like, Russ still can throw the ball well. His deep ball is still really good. It's just there was a couple bad decisions. Like, you can get more out of Russell Wilson. I believe that. I don't know if it's the offense is constructed to do that, though. I think we were sold that the receivers would be good with Russ. It might just be like we don't have elite talent at the skill positions.
But that's not.
We thought the run game would be good. And even before Javonte Williams' knee injury, the run game was very average this year.
Correct.
Like, it was, it wasn't helping the team enough where you're like, okay, let's lean into the run. It was just inconsistent. And yeah, everything is going wrong. This is where I'm at now.
This is my life now.
And we lost. Baron Browning left with a wrist injury. Josie Jewell left the game. Alex Singleton came in and played pretty well, though. I've shit on him for being slow, but he was pretty damn good last night. Caden Stern stepping up. Pat Surtain. I watched him all night just blanket Pittman. But there's just now the injuries are piling up, and we got 11 days to get healthy. But oh boy,
it's gonna be a long. And again, we're week 5. It's week 5. And again, I wanted to point this out too because I don't think Russell Wilson was the worst QB last night. Like, Matt Ryan looked significantly worse. He looked horrific. I mean, he had some really bad interceptions, and there could have been more. Like you are saying, the Colts are getting away scot-free, except probably the regional stuff, but they are god-awful too. If you're a Chiefs fan, you're like, haha, the Broncos lost, but how the hell did we lose to this football team? Because without Jonathan Taylor, they arguably may be one of the worst teams in football, and they won last night, but they more won because the Broncos were so bad, and because the Broncos, that could have been a 2-score game. And they could have been okay, we win. Like, it's not even close. But yikes, because he now has I think he had 2 fumbles last night, so now it's 11 on the year.
Yeah. And he got both back. Last night. But
and it's just, holy crap, they're both bad.
And it was funny watching Philip Lindsay get a lot of carries with the Colts because Naheem Hines was like the second time he carried the ball, he got a concussion last night. So they probably used Philip Lindsay more than they were planning on it. And it wasn't like he was a game changer or anything, but it's just funny to see Lindsay back in Denver. Fans showed him some love. Yeah. But Lindsay had 2 plays where he kind of broke longer runs. And that's just also what's missing from the Broncos offense currently. It's just break those 15, 20-yard runs to really help the offense. And we're just not seeing it.
So, Colts fans, it's we won. We kind of didn't deserve it, but we did. So, you take the win, because, listen, you'll take every single win that you can get in the NFL. Yeah. But both of these teams, their future outlook looks terrible.
Yeah. And the difference is the Colts might be able to win their division still.
The
AFC West is going to get better, and it's going to get harder. And
I think
January,
you and I think it's going to be... Sorry, good.
So come January, we're going to be streaming games, and none of them will be the Broncos at this point, Tom.
The Chiefs are going to win that division, and then the Chargers might, be able to get into the playoffs. Yeah, and then it's going to be the 2 bottom teams, which are going to be the Raiders and the Broncos.
Everything changed, and nothing is different. That's where Broncos fans are right now.
Just saying, you crapped on me a little bit, Perna, when I said that there's only going to be 2 teams that are going to make it from the AFC West, and it was going to be the Chiefs Chargers.
Yeah, good guess, idiot. Sorry, I crapped on you again. That's misdirected anger.
It's just the defensiveness talking. Yeah. It's okay, buddy. There's a lot of anger and upsetness in there.
Shut up about my team.
Okay, we can move on.
Is that enough criticism of Russell Wilson, guys? For all of you, you shit on Tom Brady a lot. Why don't you ever criticize your quarterback? I do.
So can I? So
I
do. The guy. It's Adenej who comes in and drops $2 and just trolls me and saying the Broncos are so much better than the Packers and Russell Wilson would have you. He came in last night and dropped $2. He's like, Tom, I'm so sorry. I can't say anything anymore. I'm going to come back when the Broncos are good. So even the trolls are nah, like I'm out. I can't do it no more.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know, buddy. It's just rough times all around. I mean, because the home games like are not even home field advantage anymore. Because you're just like nothing is helping. Nothing's helping.
No,
It's just sadness.
everything hurts and we're dying.
Yeah. I mean, well, the problem is too, they could get out of the Matt Ryan deal. Like for the Colts, they can get out of the Matt Ryan. They could continue to go on the QB carousel, and they could just draft a QB, and that's it, and have a nice day. The Broncos are in a situation where they kind of gave up a bunch and have paid Russell Wilson a bunch of money. Even if they have an abysmal season, I don't know if you can move on. Is it like a Clockwork Orange, like keeping your eyes open?
Oh yeah, show me a Broncos game. No,
just watch them.
No. Give me Gardner Minshew.
He didn't.
Are we back to Gardner Minshew to the Broncos? Is that what point of the season it is? Gardner.
Oh my God.
Bring Carson Strong in. Let's just go with the original plan I wanted.
Well, if you put any other QB there right now, like take Patrick Mahomes, take Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, what have you, how much better is this team?
I mean, if you give him Patrick Mahomes, they're a lot better. Josh Allen, a lot better. Running the middle of the road QBs, probably about the same. Like Russ hasn't been good, but it's weird stuff every week.
Yeah.
It's weird stuff. He's got to be better. He's got to, I don't know. Yeah, Josh Allen, we'd be great. Patrick Mahomes, we'd be great. We'd be failing with Tom Brady because he's a fraud.
There it is.
Jared Goff Jared Goff could save this team. Never thought I'd say that shit. Jared Goff would be better. Stafford, we see him struggling now. He's not going to save us.
What do you do if Seattle straight up goes, hey, do you guys want Geno? Like, we'll do it for a first round pick in 2 years.
I would. No. You know what? Just
if I'm Seattle, I'm calling them today. I'm calling them like, hey, we notice you have some QB issues. You want Geno? We'll take your 2025 first round pick.
Seattle will not sustain. They're gonna get a taste of their own medicine sooner rather than later. I'll tell you that.
Okay. Help is not on the way. Is basically what we're saying.
No.
Okay.
I would trade Jerry Jeudy right now if I'm the Broncos. If there's any team that would take him, and you can get a high draft pick for him, or you can bring in.
You could get a high draft pick for him though.
I don't know. I don't
Like
know what you could get.
Highest you get.
I would trade him though.
Maybe a second.
Like just bring in somebody else who's going to make plays. They're going to get Greg Dulcich in the lineup. He's a tight end, but I would just light him out as a receiver. I would never put him in at tight end. Something has to happen. Anyway, should we talk about some other things? What's going on this weekend? Do we have any good games to watch?
Ooh, Jordan Love. You want Jordan Love? Yes. We got the London game, Packers and Giants.
Oh,
first
London
time
town.
First time in London. So
nice.
That's going to be interesting. Got to stop Saquon Barkley. Honestly, the only game I'm like really looking forward to is Sunday night's game, which is the Bengals and the Ravens. That's going to be a really fun game.
Yeah, that's exciting.
That's going to be a really fun game.
Who do the Bills play? I thought they had a good game this weekend too.
They might. Hold on.
Pittsburgh.
It's Pittsburgh. No,
that's not yeah, they're going to.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot of like meh matchups. Rams Cowboys could be interesting.
I was just going to say, surprise. Maybe the Cowboys are a good game here.
That could be, again, but Matthew Stafford leading the league in interceptions. Like he has 6. So
yeah,
I don't know how good that's. I mean, they might pick him off 18 times. So I don't know how good that one is going to be. But yeah, it's Sunday night's game. And then Monday night, you got the Chiefs and Raiders, who, I mean, they've had good games. What was that, 2 years ago? Like 2 seasons ago? Like they had some really, really close games. And in prime time and stuff, but I don't know how well this one's going to go.
I want the Raiders to look good against the Chiefs. How crazy is that? Go Raiders. Make the Chiefs look bad. Because then
Raiders.
It takes a little sting off the Broncos. Like, oh, maybe the Raiders aren't horrible.
No, buddy.
Like, here's what's going to be the worst case scenario for Broncos fans. Okay, Tom, let me paint a picture for you. We got Dolphins Jets. We got Broncos former quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. All right. If he goes out for the Dolphins with Tyreek Hill, with Jalen Waddle, if Teddy throws for like 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in that game, which is very possible against the Jets, if he looks really good with the Dolphins, oh man, they're already comparing Teddy to Russ and how much more affordable Teddy is, and that his production last year and Russ is on pace to be far worse than Teddy's production last year. If he looks good in that early game Sunday, that's going to be bad. That's going to be a hard pill to swallow. And you're going to see a lot of Twitter people going, Teddy Bridgewater, why'd you let him go, Denver? Why'd you give up the farm for Russ when you could have just had Teddy? And they might not be wrong.
Actually, that game actually could be sneaky good. Patriots and Lions, that actually could be sneaky good. You have a good offense and a good defense, and then a bad defense and a bad offense. So,
yeah, I think we're about to find out how good the Lions' offense is. Do they get Amon-Ra back? I know he didn't practice. Swift hasn't practiced.
I think there's potential. Swift is not, but I think there's potential that you're going to see.
Give me the sun god, please. God. I need some light in my life.
You do, buddy. You do. So yeah, there's a bunch of games that are going to be bleh. But I mean, listen, we got the same exact thing with Devontae Adams week 1, when it was like, oh, look at all the yards Devontae Adams got in week 1, and look at all the receiving yards that all the receivers of the Packers got. Listen, we got it. We went through it. It's just it's gonna be a rough time. If the Packers lose to the Giants on Sunday, that's gonna be rough. That's not gonna be good. That's not. But Saquon legit could do it. Like, Saquon is a monster right now. I was talking to a couple Giants fans about this and talking about Saquon Barkley because he's had injury concerns, right? He's also played behind really bad offensive lines. He's had all these problems, but now he's returning back to form. And at the end of the year, you need to decide if you're going to pay Saquon Barkley or not. That's a big, do you pay running backs, all this great stuff? And I said, the problem is if he continues to play well, you're going to have to, because some team will turn around and give him money. And I mean, I don't know what the Broncos cap space is like next year, but
I think it's a little tight.
Yeah, maybe not. But I'm saying, like, you turn a team, like if Cordarrelle Patterson, doesn't look the same after the injury or something like that, the Falcons might be like, here you go. Like, here's a whole bunch of money. Like, we'll try Saquon out and see what happens. Like that'd be an interesting one. They're all talking about, if Danny's going to get the re-sign, but I don't think he does. I think Saquon is going to become the guy.
Saquon, yeah. I think that'll be a situation where they kind of have to meet in the middle a little bit there. It's hard because Christian McCaffrey is a great example right now of a guy who actually didn't have injury concerns, but all of a sudden after he got paid, he did, right? It's just like, and that was a narrative. Like, you don't pay your running back because
everyone points at Todd Gurley and everyone points at
And Saquon, it's a weird spot where great year, couple injury years, and then another great year. You're like, well, as long as he stays healthy, he's going to continue to be very good, right? That's just a tough bet to make. Oh man,
because you're just getting the crap beaten out of you, and the injury risk is significantly higher if you're a running back.
Yeah, even Jonathan Taylor right now, and he hasn't been paid,
sure,
but he was the best running back in football last season.
Yeah,
but it doesn't take much. You need to have a couple good backs on the roster. That's all you need, and you can get guys cheap and young in the draft, and it's the easiest position to translate to the NFL. It's like the hardest thing is guys learning pass protection, right? And
being a corner.
Figure that out pretty quickly.
Yeah. You really want to trade Jerry Jeudy right now?
I would trade him right now. That's how frustrated I am with his production. Because I think KJ Hamler's better. I think
he can't be consistent.
Mentally tougher. I think he can catch the ball. I think he's as fast as Judy. I think he can get open, and like if you can figure out a way to get, because the Broncos don't have a lot of draft picks next year.
No,
They've got
they
like
do not.
5 or 6, and they all start in the 3rd round.
They're gonna call up the Packers.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, we'll give you a 3rd. If I'm a Packers fan, I want to trade every 3rd round pick away ever, because we don't pick good people in the 3rd round. So like, just here, you can have a 3rd for Jerry Jeudy.
Judy for a good swing tackle. That's what we need right now.
No, you can get a 3rd. That's what you get. You get a 3rd, and that's it. And you'll be happy about it. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting week, buddy. Again, the games.
Oh, good thing is we've got 11 days before the Broncos play again. We got a lot of time to sulk in this loss.
On prime time again.
I know.
How many more
Luckily,
prime time? You have 2 more after this?
Just one
So
more. We got 5, yeah. They had like the 5 primetime games, and they were all like 4 of them were just in the first month and a half of the season. It was like,
all right, so you have the Chargers and 1 more?
Yeah, at some point.
Okay.
Where is their next one? Let me look. Broncos schedule.
I would not even give up Yash, Johnny. I wouldn't, especially Elton's playing at right tackle. I wouldn't.
Who is our last primetime?
Yeah, whatever they're in there, they're going to get flexed out of it. Please.
Oh,
God.
it's Chiefs in December.
Oh, they're going to get flexed out of that so hard. They're going to get, unless they have an amazing bounce back, please flex them out. Please. I can't do it anymore, Perna.
Go team. We can get back in it. Go team. Let's trade Jerry Jeudy to the Seahawks for Noah Fant back and Shelby Harris. You guys got to keep Drew Lock, though.
You sure? You don't want him as a backup?
Nope.
Listen, Kurt Brenkert's available on the practice squad of the 49ers.
Yeah, let's just sign Kurt. Let's just put Kurt over Russ. I support the Kurt over Russ movement. I said it. I support the Kurt over Russ movement. He's the only guy I'll do that for, Kurt.
They're done. You know, if Jerry Jeudy goes to another team, like a good team, like he's going to look amazing too.
I don't care. I just don't care anymore.
Just like, how many weeks are in this season?
Send him to the Texans. Give us Alex Pierce. Or Dave. Yeah, right? That's who it is. I can't even remember anymore. Send him to
Detroit.
The Buccaneers at this point, man. Send him to Tampa.
Give Tom Brady another weapon.
Show how. Let's let him drop Tom Brady passes. That would be that's some 3D chess by me.
Question. I'm not trying to be clickbaity. When's the earliest that you think the Broncos would move on from Russ? Considering everything that's happened, I don't think it's this season. If it's like the worst season ever.
I'll tell you when would be.
You're gonna look up his contract right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Like, when's the out?
He is the #1 trending player on Spot Track for contract details.
I'm so surprised.
Potential out year after the 2025 season.
Oh my god.
And that's with only $31 million in dead cap.
It's after the 2025 season?
Yes.
So you have to go through this season,
1, 2,
next season,
4 more years. A presidential term, basically. President Russ, you got 4 years to turn the economy around. 4 years.
You remember when you were like, we're going to have a QB for 10 years?
Yep. Well, we got one for 7. Don't know if he's going to be good yet. If he were a rookie,
then this is not even a conversation. It's
and
like,
he's playing pretty damn good. There's some potential in this young kid. I heard Derek Wolfe say Russell Wilson needs to lose some weight, go on a diet. And that might be true. He needs to get a little speed back in his game. He's
you
run
heard it
more.
here, folks, on GPS. Russell Wilson is fat. He's been eating too much Subway, which is ironic, but okay. That's what it is. I think you should do a whole deep dive on that.
Yeah. For my Broncos episode today, I have a theory like Russell Wilson can become the greatest villain in Broncos history.
Ooh.
Based on Super Bowl 48. And then if he is just horrible after this and never gets better, he will have hurt us like nobody else has before.
because there was no expectations with the others, but this one. Hackett, I mean, I think 2 seasons if he's really that bad for 2 straight years.
Yeah, it's hard. You can't it's really not fair to a head coach unless it's Urban Meyer and there's like all this other stuff going on outside of being a bad coach. Like you got to give, I think all head coaches deserve 3 years. Just the NFL doesn't work that way anymore.
Sure.
You got to give them time to build the team, try to get their philosophy in place, but we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just along for the ride. We are riding. We just don't know where we're going, Tom.
This might be to hell.
Yeah. It's like the roller coaster. It's like we're going up. And I don't like roller coasters. Are we going to throw up midway through?
He's Looks not just as mid, and you can't even, buddy. You can't.
Yeah. You can't. No, Roger's fine.
You can't. You can't. There's only one thing that could cheer us all up.
Let's wait.
Yeah. She was saying that just by herself the other day. We were outside. She was like, let's ride. It's like, oh my God. I love
By the end of the year, you'll be like, Carmi, never say that again.
Yeah, we're going to teach her John Elway, Peyton Manning. That's all. That's we got to live in the past as Broncos fans. Whatever.
It's fine. Perna, what do you got coming out today, buddy?
I'm going to do a recap. Well, I don't know. It's going to be like a state of the Broncos or this was the worst game I've ever seen type of thing. I'm chunking away at it. It'll be some sort of Broncos meltdown. It's a meltdown video.
That's fair. That's fair.
What you got, Tom?
Last night put out a bunch of stuff, including a Broncos fan reaction. Did that, but today I'm going to have a Packers Giants roast, which is going to come out, and then tonight will be a little Friday night Q&A.
Nice.
And then we'll be streaming 3 games on Sunday.
Damn. What?
The Packers game is the London game.
Oh, you guys,
like
is that
last
in the
week.
morning?
Yeah, so it's in the morning. It's 9:30 in the morning for me. So do that game, then do the Cowboys Rams, and then go do Sunday night.
Wow.
It's gonna be another one. So
you're a man. What's it Sunday night? What's Sunday night game?
It's the Bengals Ravens. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. And then Monday is
maybe I'll join you.
Chiefs Raiders.
You have me.
You want to do Chiefs Raiders?
Ooh.
Do Chiefs Raiders.
Okay. Monday Night Football or Chiefy Raidy?
Do Chiefs Raiders.
Deal.
Well, folks, we had over 6,500 people in here. Thank you so much for tuning into GPS. Yes. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Come here, 9 a.m. Sad Mountain Time.
Yes. We're really bad at it. It's like telling people when the show goes on.
That's true. Yeah.
Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning.
So
but yeah, thank you guys for showing up. It's probably our best Friday episode ever.
Oh, it is.
It does help. It does help the pain as a fan
of
watching your team live slap you in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't respect you as a person.
Yeah.
Give the ball to KJ. That's my new slogan.
Do it. And Kurt over Russ.
Kurt over Russ. Heard it here first.
Get the merch. Folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated. Where are we going, Mr. Wilson?
We're not going to reach our destination. We're just not.